Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Tonight, I'm going to make a little confession. Until I watched a few videos, most notably Squirrel Stampede, Adventure Fun, a few others, I found a lot of those videos review Mr. Beast Lab toys, and some of those really got me. I mean, some of them are absolutely ingenious, and some I don't really care about. Some of the figures I don't care about, but these little swarms guys I love, and the massive lab that they do, where you have to there's a massive Erlenmeyer flask, and you have to run through all these steps to create this creature. Absolutely genius, in my opinion. So I was looking for Mr. Beast Lab swarms. And recently at Target, they've been showing up. Of course, they've been there for a while. But I couldn't find Series 1, which is the Alpha series. Well, apparently here it is. But I did find these at Five Below. This was kind of my introduction. I said, hey, this is interesting. What is this? I saw this at Five Below for $5. And then I found out that at Target, the same stuff is there for $4.99. It's like a penny cheaper. Not that that matters. But I was looking for, so I found a few of these, and then I was looking for Series 1, could not find it anywhere. So just last night, I was in a paper store, which is a wonderful store that's very eclectic. It sells Hallmark ornaments and clothing and jewelry and many things, but they also have a toy aisle, and on a peg were 3 of these. And so I bought 3 Mr. Beast Lab swarms in the Alpha series. We're going to open these tonight and find out what's going on. But because my introduction was with Beast Lab's Atomic series, I found 3 of these. Well, actually, sorry, I found 2 of these at Five Below, and I paid $5. And then at Target, I found this set, which is the same thing, except now there are 5 figures instead of 2, because each test tube has 2 figures. And you can tell by the orange that this is the Atomic series. But also this particular series, has 3 visible figures. So you can choose from these various sets on the shelf to see which ones you want of the 3 figures. And then you still get 2 mystery figures inside the test tube. And that was fine. But then I realized there's a 3rd series. And the 3rd series is slightly different. It is still in a test tube, but we'll explore the differences later. One of the differences is this cap forms a display case that you can snap together to form a larger display case based on this hexagonal design. And one of the things they do is they make a couple of sets too. They make a set that is but they make this mega set. And this mega set is, let me zoom out. The mega set has 14 figures, and 2, 4, 6, 8 of them are visible. The blind box thing, I think, is starting to go away because people are kind of frustrated that they can't get what they want. And the thrill of the chase kind of goes away when you're a third of the way there and you realize that the more money you put out doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get what you get. But here, you get to choose some of the figures you want and then still end up with figures in the test tubes that you really don't know. So it's fine to have some mystery, but to know what you're getting and then have some mystery, I think is a far smarter idea. Now, let's talk about price. In general, the single test tubes are about $5 at Target. I will confess that when I found these at Paper Store, these 3, they were a lot more expensive than $5. But because I could not find Series 1 anywhere, I did buy 3 of them. Meanwhile, the Atomic series, $5. $4.99 at Target. And this set here was $9.99, but this has 3 figures, I believe, no, 2 figures in this test tube, and then 3 visible. So that's $9.99. And then this set, the Mega set, is the Mega Lab Pack, is $19.99, and you get 14 figures. So that works out to Alpha series. If you were to pay street value, I call it, rather than the price I paid, so $5.99, you would get 2 figures, because it's 2 per test tube, 2 figures for $5, so about $2.50 a piece. In the Atomic series, 2 for $5, $2.50 a piece. If you were to buy this set, the Lab Pack, you get 5 figures for $10. So that's about $2 per figure. So that's cheaper. But if you buy the Mega Pack, the Mega Lab Pack, that's $14, 14 figures for $19.99, and that's about $1.42 per figure. And you get to choose the ones you want, at least some. You don't get to choose everything, obviously, but you can look through these and say, okay, I can see 3 that I want, and the rest are pretty cool. I'll collect them. You know, you might have gotten those randomly anyway, so that's fine. That's your hookup right here. So the Mega Lab Pack is $19.99, and you get 14 figures. So what is this exactly? You know, I was kind of curious. So tonight we're going to walk through the 3 series, and what are they? So the first thing you need to know is, let's put 2 aside and start with 1, is these are test tubes, and you open them up. Let's just rip right in. I have not done these before. I don't know anything about them. By the way, this is the back of the card. So it says mix, shake, and create. And I really don't think they mean create. I mean, they really kind of just mean reveal. So what you do is you pour some water into this test tube, you shake it up, and inside the test tube, the characters are in a bag. But the bag is made of a material that dissolves in water. And that certainly is something we've seen in a lot of toys recently. And then you don't create, but you do reveal. So after you've mixed the water into the test tube, you pour it out and find out what figures you get. And this one has 2 figures inside. So let's get to creating, or revealing, as they say. So first thing you must do is pull all this plastic off. So let's just do that. After pulling all the exterior plastic off, you end up with this tube. So there's your test tube, and then there's this guide. You open here, let's rip this open. What do we find out? Let's find out what we got. So this is an instruction sheet, but also a collector's guide. So the collector's guide, well, this is a lot. There's a lot to this. Oh my God, there's so many. All right, let's talk about, first of all, the instructions. So the first thing you must do, pass the swarms. You and your opponent each, oh, this is apparently a game you can play. Not what we're looking for. Swarms Bowling Alley, another game you can play. Not quite what we're looking for. We're looking for instructions on how to do this. I'm not sure they're actually on here. Yeah, so, I mean, it's more or less what we saw earlier. Mix, unscrew cap, and remove the foil seal. Screw the cap back onto the test tube, open the lid, add water to the fill line, and watch the experiment fizz and bubble for 15 seconds. Close the lid tightly, shake for 30 seconds, and then the create is really the reveal. Ingredients dissolve to reveal. See, there you go, your micro beasts. Lift the lid, pour out the liquid, unscrew the cap, and release your creations. Now, in preparation for this, I brought in some water bowls and things like that because we know we're going to be cleaning this up. So what do we expect? This is the guide. So we have these common, rare, ultra rare, hard heads, limited edition, Mr. Beast Squad, glow in the dark, special finishes, glow in the dark, color changers, translucent, iridescent, speckled, and metallic. We have home horrors. You can pause this video if you want. I'm going to scroll up. I'm not going to go through all the figures. Then there's the Techno Terrors. And then there's the Lab Brats. And then there's the Creepy Critters. Then you've got Deep Dangers, which are clearly water-based creatures. Primal Pack. Interesting. And then Soil Smashers. Wow, interesting. And then if you flip it around on the back, you have the Special Edition Hardheads. And the rest is just instructions and other things. What's this? Oh, there are limited edition. You're looking for the Hyperchrome Panther. Look for the limited edition Hyperchrome Panther. How to, color changers. You just put it in water. And glow in the dark, you apply a light and then they glow in the dark. This guide we'll put aside so that we can identify what we've got. So the first thing we do is we unscrew the cap and then you remove this foil cap, which is similar to so many things these days. So just like pull away this little thing here and then pull away the top. Now inside, I can pull these out if you like. There are just 2 bags, or a bag, and there are 2 figures in here. The bag kind of feels a little crumbly, and there's a reason for that, because it dissolves in water. And the next thing you do is you pop the cap back on, and then you pop the cap right about here. Yeah, so you pop the cap open, and you see a little grid here, and that prevents the creature from coming out, but it does say you need to fill this to, I think it's this line here. Let me just check. The instructions say fill to the fill line, but I do not see one. I'm going to assume that this is the fill line here, but I don't know for sure. There's nothing here that says fill line. There are markings, little jagged kind of indentations on this test tube, but nothing indicates fill line, so I'm just going to go to that. So the first thing we do is we take our water and we pour it. Now the reason my best friend the aluminum tray is here, because we know we're going to get messy tonight. So let's just fill this to the fill line, which is right there. And we close the cap. Now apparently we're supposed to let this fizz for 15 seconds. Let me just review the instructions. Unscrew cap, remove foil seal, screw cap back on the test tube, add to water to fill line, and watch the experiment fizz and bubble for 15 seconds. So I'm not seeing a lot of fizzing and bubbling. And then close the lids. Oh, maybe I closed the lid too early. Maybe you need some oxygen to make it fizz. Anyway, 15 seconds later, we've certainly passed that time. We close this, and apparently now we shake for 30 seconds. So I'm going to start shaking, but you don't have to endure that. Now, I am using warm water just because generally that sort of speeds general chemical processes up a little. I'm not sure if that matters here, but I think it does. I think the warmer the water, the better, as long as it's not too warm. So we pop the cap and we pour out the goo. And that's the end of that experiment. And then we unscrew, I guess we pop it back. It's easier to unscrew when we pop it back. And I'm going to pour these out into the water just because I know we need to clean them up. And the test tube we'll put aside. And let's fish around this water and see what we ended up with. So we ended up with, ooh, that's kind of creepy cool. It's like a hand with an eye on the end of every, let me just zoom in to get sharp. It's like a hand with an eye on every finger and a purple tongue. And on the back, ooh, that's very interesting. And these, by the way, are very rubbery and gummy. It says Moose, Vietnam. So Moose is the wonderful company that makes, they're an Australian company, that makes Treasure X stuff and some of the other toys that I absolutely adore. Anyway, that's this figure. And this is, in the Lab Brat series, this is Havoc Hand. So let's put him here. We'll start a little collection. And then fish around for the second character. And it is this little guy. Oh, where is he? Ooh, cool. All right. So that looks very tiger-like. Let's find out what character he is. You definitely need to wash these off, which is great, because putting it in here and then coming them out, they're all very clean and ready to go. So this little guy comes from the Primal pack, and he is definitely Wacky Whiskers. And we'll place him over here as well. And we'll get a little collection going. Let me move over, just because I'm going to start growing that collection right about there. Time for the second tube. So we pop the tube. Well, actually unscrew it first because it's easier when the cap is off. And then we, I'll just do a couple of these, and then the next ones we'll just speed through them. Pop off the top. Oops, not quite as clean as the last time. And we'll get the cap back on. If you follow my videos, you know I almost always drop something on the floor, and the cap went on the floor. So let's close it up and open it up and pour some more water in. I got lots. To the fill line. And stop. And oh, now I can feel the fizzing. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can definitely feel the fizzing going on in there. So we're supposed to let this fizz for 15 seconds. If you can hear it. But it's definitely fizzing in there. Then we close the cap and we shake for 30 seconds. Wow, thoroughly shook. And we'll pop these, actually unscrew the top, pour them in, and then we'll clean those up and get those out. And then we will see which figures we got. So the first thing we look for is we got this little guy here. Oh, interesting. So very weird. Okay, so let's find out what character we have here. So under Creepy Critters, we definitely have Slime Spree. And we'll place Slime Spree here with her friends, or his friends, and find the next one. And the next one, every series apparently has a panther at the beginning, and we definitely have a panther here. So this would be, I'm pretty sure under Hypercharged Panther, under the Techno Terrors is what we have here. Black Claws, there's a lot of panthers, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference. But Black Claws, pink ears, I think we have Hypercharged Panther. We'll place Hypercharged Panther here. And do the next tube. This one's really fizzing. Hope you can hear it. Pour these in. and get those ready to look at. We have this, oh, kind of creepy. Looks very much like a Venus flytrap type character. Under Soil Smashers, we have Plant Prowler. Oh, wait, that's not quite right because the color's different. Well, I looked through the whole guide and I can't find a match. So I'm thinking it's got to be this one. It looks all great. The only difference, of course, is this one shows a little green above the mouth and this one doesn't have it. But I think everything else matches up. So I think we have Plant Prowler. And we'll place Plant Prowler over here with the friends and pull out the next one, which is, oh, a crabby one. I like this. So this one is Scuttlebutt under Deep Dangers. Scuttlebutt for sure. Let's place Scuttlebutt over here. And that was Series 1. So that's what we got. We got 3 tubes and we got 6 characters. We're moving now on to Series 2, which was the, the Atomic series. And in this one, the instructions say mix, shake, and create. Same instructions, just different colors. So let's start off with that. So we take our tube, as always. The tubes are identical. The only difference is the blue tubes are now orange. Everything else is exactly the same. So we pop the cap off. Anything in there? Oh, it says read me first. Let's find out what that says. Oh, read me first. I noticed Series 1 didn't have this, so maybe some people got confused. So peel the foil cap off, pour water into the fill line. Ah, see now, this one explains where the fill line is. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and then pour and reveal. All right, good. I'm glad we read that. Really could have had that useful, would have been useful in the first series. So we can pull the top off. And put the cap back on. I'll only do one of these and then we will just expedite matters. And so we fill it to the fill line. I can hear it fizz already. Oh, this one's really fizzing. Oh, look, listen. Look at it go. This one is fizzing like crazy. The first series didn't seem to fizz quite so much. So we'll let that fizz for 15 seconds, and then we're going to shake the nonsense out of it, and then we'll get to revealing. Okay, I'm going to tell you, this one is not as watertight as Series 1. I was splashing myself like crazy with this. Little tiny bits of stuff was coming out there, even though I have this really on tightly. So let's pop the cap, pour out the liquid, and pop the cap back on, unscrew, pour them out, and test tube, toss, and let us fish out what we've got. First character is, oh, I kind of like this. This is very, very cool. It's got a translucent figure. Almost looks like a mole of some kind with like a claw arms. Oh, I think I like this. So this is the second series, the Atomic series. I might like this better than the first series. Even though, I only got 6 out of over 100. I like this one. Let's see which one we have. What I neglected to reveal earlier was that the second series has a guide as well. And it has more or less the same information. Swarm mini games that you can make, that you can play. There are limited edition. Well, you find the limited edition silver mystery case. Only 1,000. Boy, if we find this one, we might be in luck. But you know what? I never find these things. And then there's a how-to and other things. But the most important part is over here, we have our common, rare, ultra rare beast icons, limited edition Mr. Beast Squad, translucent, glow-in-the-dark, metallic, and speckled. It seems like this series here, at least, is a little bit less than the previous one. So we have Home Horrors, as before, Techno Terrors, as before, Lab Brats, as before, Creepy Critters, Primal Pack, Soil Smashers, Neon Nightmares. Well, that's a new one, isn't it? And then Toxic Troopers is a new one. And then Special Edition Beast Icons. So, which one did we get this time? This character is... appears under Creepy Critters. We have Robo Raccoon. Yep, so that's this one. And we'll put him... I'm going to start a little bit of a second tier here. A little bit of separation between them so we can tell them apart. Now, the next character, let's fish him out. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like a golden panther. We seem to have gotten the special edition beast icon Golden Fangs. Even though we don't see paint in there, this is clearly what we got. Golden Fangs. And we will play, apparently it says only available in the lab pack? Interesting. No, we definitely have golden fangs. I'll have another quick look through to make sure that there's not another one like it. And there is. Primal Pack has Python Panther, which, although it's hard to tell, the top of the head is orange and the rest is gold, but he does have the coloring in. And if you look at it carefully, it kind of does look a little orange. So I think definitely instead we have Python Panther in the Primal Pack. So Python Panther will sit here, and we'll move on to the next tube. Fill her up. Whoa! These really do fizz. Oh my, they fizz so much more than the first series. Oh, thoroughly shaken. Let's pop the cap, pour out our liquid, and then cap back on, unscrew and dump. Throw the test tube away, and let's see what we got. Oh, translucent blue, kind of like it. Translucent blue, kind of like a robotic dinosaur of some sort. Let's see what character we have. Under Creepy Critters, we appear to have gotten Steel Jaw Iguana. I must say, I really like this guy. I love the purple ridges, love the silver. I absolutely adore translucent blue figures. We'll place him over here with his friends and find out what the next guy is. Oh, also weird. Oh, okay. Looks like we may have another panther. Let's figure out which character this is. In Soil Smashers, we appear to have Polluted Panther. Definitely Polluted Panther. Kind of cool. I love that these are just so gummy. They're like squishy and gummy. I love them. So we'll place him here. Move our water back a little bit. Place him here. Now, that is the tubes. The next thing we're going to, well, for series 1 and 2. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to open this Swarms Mr. Beast Atomic Series tube with 3 visible figures and then 2 mystery ones. So let's rip open this package. First, our visibles. This time we definitely did get the special edition Beast Icon Golden Fangs. That's absolutely clearly Golden Fangs. Thought I had them before, didn't. This is a visible one. We'll place the visible ones over here. And then we also have this guy. I kind of like this because in my mind, clearly this is supposed, oh look, an atomic, excellent for the Atomic series, with fins on the back. This clearly looks like it's supposed to be a submarine. And here's a periscope. But you know what I see? I see an anglerfish. I don't know what this is. We're going to find out. But to me, this is like an anglerfish. And I'm a big fan of anglerfish. So let's find out what character we have. Under Toxic Troopers, we officially have Subsinker. And there he is. So I'll place him over here. Next here. And the next, oh, I'm sorry, this is a visible one. We'll put the visible ones over here. And then the next one is this guy, which I've seen already. This is clearly, on the Home Horrors, this is Raging Stop Sign. And that definitely looks like a stop sign that's saying, hey guys, stop on either side. Stop, stop, stop. That's a whistle. That's really cool. I love this guy. You know, I think a lot of stop signs are raging in this country right now. And we'll put him over here. And then that's the visible ones. We also get a tube. So we're going to we're going to follow the standard procedure for this tube. This tube is a little different. It doesn't have as much decoration on it because it's in a package. So let's get to doing this one. All right, let's dump the tube. And without revealing them, pop the cap off, dump our characters, and toss our tube. All right, what did we get this time? Interesting. It almost looks like a sloth. Those toes are kind of like very sloth-like. So let's find out what we've got. Under Neon Nightmares, we have indeed Stealth Sloth. Stealth Sloth is a slightly black character with translucent arms and then green sloth claws. So we'll place him here. Whoops. Oh, falling all over. Got my matrix somewhat confused. I want to do 2 rows of 3. And then, so let's go for the last one of the Atomic series. Ooh, interesting. Very strange. Very strange. Looks like a pair of glasses. Under Lab Rats, we have Boom Goggles and Goblin Goggles. Same sculpt, different coloration. We definitely have Goblin Goggles, I think. Definitely have Goblin Goggles. So I'll place him in the matrix here. And then we are done with the Atomic series and are moving on to the third series. The third series is Hyperfusion, and it's a little different. And I only have one single tube because that's all I could find. And then, though, I do have the Mega Pack, which is the Mega Lab Pack, which we'll talk about. So I'm going to open this one up. What does this one say? This one's different because this is collect and display, and you can use the cap as a display base, which is forms a modular and connectable display shelf that you can use to display your figures on. And there is a little difference in this set because this one does not involve water. 3 mystery beasts inside instead of 2. 3 instead of 2, and this is a test tube pack. So I'm not sure why, but we get 3 instead of 2. So that's very cool. Let's open it up and see what we got. Now, immediately when I pop this open, these stickers or something came out, and I have to suspect that these are what we have inside. And this may be something different that we haven't seen before. So I'm going to place these aside carefully, and then we're going to refer back to those in a moment. So what we end up with is this tube, which is much like the others, except the cap is very different because the cap is a display base, which is modular, and you can connect and make a whole bunch of, make a really decent display of it. Inside is a bag and a collector's guide. So we're going to want to look at this collector's guide pretty carefully. The guide is very different, and one of the things it shows is, although it does have your games and stuff like before, one of the things it shows is you can collect it, peel and stick the stickers. And so here are the stickers we just saw. And apparently there's a guide that you can stick them to. But that is not this guide, because this guide, these things are not large enough to place stickers on without overlapping. So there must be a booklet or something. I'm not really sure. Anyway, what do we have here? We have more or less the same kind of thing here. We have common rare, ultra rare, special edition, limited edition. We have liquid filled. That's a new thing. Flecked, translucent. Fillings, particles, metallic. I have a feeling that this is going to be a better series than the others. The limited edition, look for the Hyperfusion Panther. That's a multicolored panther. And then we have Magma Misfits, Frozen Freaks. Oh, these are already cooler. Metal Maniacs, sorry, Bone Breakers. And we have Power Punks. Oh, Power Punks. You know, I just spent 6 months creating a character called the Steam Power Punk, and now I'm a bit miffed that they've retroactively stolen my design idea. Retro Raiders, Shadow Swarmers, Snack Squad, and Special Edition Particle Punks. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I want the arcade adder. If I get nothing else, I want the arcade adder. Okay, that's the guide. Put it aside. Let us dive in. So the other thing is, this is not like the others. This is not pour it in water and open it. This is just open it. So we're going to open it. We're going to rip this and see what character we have. We have, oh yeah, so you know, I guess I was right. The stickers are an indication of the 3 you're getting. So we clearly got this guy, and I really wanted this one. You know, I'm going to tell you a little something when I open the large pack. But this is really cool, and this character is, under Retro Raiders, we have Bot Boy. I think. It looks to me like this is the same character, but I've got silver arms here and green arms here, so I hope it's not a variant that I haven't determined. I think it's right. I think we have Bot Boy. So let's place Bot Boy. Oh, we have to move our bags. Make ourselves some room. I'm going to start a row along the front for the new series. And open the next bag. And here we have, of course, the mystery's been kind of shattered for us now, because here we have this one clearly, and this one is from Snack Squad, Clawberry. He's a strawberry covered in chocolate. Yeah, I can understand that. All right, let's place him here. Next, open bag. Oops. And of course, not a big mystery anymore. We know we're getting this guy, right? So let's open him up. And there he is. And yeah, also there he is, yeah. And this guy is, under Shadow Swarmers, we have Octoshark. Octoshark is slightly translucent black. You can see through his tentacles a little bit. And then there's painted black here, silver jaws, blue on this side. Definitely an octopus slash shark, apparently, because there's his fin. I was thinking he looks very much like a panther, but that's not true. He's a fin. So this is a shark and an octopus combined into one, and we'll place them right here. And that is the first test tube, which leaves us with one more thing to open, Mr. Beast Lab Swarm's Mega Lab Pack. And this one has 8 figures that we've seen, and then 2 test tubes, which have 3 inside. So yeah, this video is getting long, but you know, this is a lot. So let's poke through and see what we've ended up with. So the other thing is, I had several choices to choose from to get the Mega Lab Pack. And one of them I really wanted to get had, in this spot here, had this guy right here. And I almost picked him up because I wanted this guy so badly. But you know what? When it came down to it, I saw the pixelated panther and the pixelated like tree mushroom. And because I've been a pixel pusher my entire life since I was 19. I got my Commodore 64. I started pushing pixels, making little characters out of pixels. Anything that's pixelated I'm all over it. So I got this one instead. And luckily, I ended up with the one I was going to get anyway, had I chosen the other set. So we're going to rip this set apart and talk about our visibles, and then we're going to talk about our invisibles. So one of the best parts about this set is you get 2 test tubes, with 3 each, but you also get 2 display cases, but it also gives you 2 extra display cases. So if you buy this, you get 4 display cases. Even though there's 14 figures, you cannot fit 14 figures in 4 display cases. With our other display case from here, we will have 5 display cases, and that's at least a start. So here are our 8 figures. Let's just, I don't quite know what to do with them, but we'll figure out which ones they are. We'll introduce them all, and we'll put them down on our table. First, we have Cybersaurus in the Metal Manix series. Let's place Cyber here. And the next one, we're not going to go through any particular order. This one is, under Retro Raiders, Old School Sabretooth. So I guess old school meaning pixelated art, which is great. Place him here. For Frozen Freaks, we have Freeze Frame. Almost like the Jay Giles song, Freeze Frame. But he's translucent purple. I dig him. So Freeze Frame, I mean, he's clearly a fire on a log fire. So I'll place him down here. And the next one we had was this guy. And he, Popcorn. In the Snack Squad, he is Pop Shell Turtle. Placing him down here. We're running out of room. Gonna have to move some things around soon. They're Bone Breakers. The closest I could come up with is Bony Bat. Now the difference is Bony Bat has much more dark underneath, but this one doesn't. But there is no other similar one. There's Bone Wings, but that's not him. And there is, yeah, there are variants. Like most of these have two molds, and then there are different colors for each. Not all of them, but some of them do. This one I'm assuming is going to be Bony Bat, and we'll place Bony Bat right here. I'm going to have to move some things around. Give me a second. Under Power Punks, we have Shock Snail. A translucent yellow snail with a metal jaw and a metal shell, which is actually a metal barrel of some kind. Kind of cool, like them. And we have two more. Then we have, under Retro Raiders, we have Retro Shroom, which is a mushroom, retro again because he's pixelated. Definitely made of pixelated art. I wasn't sure when I looked at this whether it was a tree or a mushroom, but clearly it's a mushroom, and we'll place him here. Then there's one more visible, definitely under the special edition Particle Punks, but here's the question. Is it Avalanche Globe or is it Septic Snow Globe? Now, I see very little difference between this one and this one, except the base is black maybe here and purple here. Thing is, this says blue dot means available only in the Mega Lab Pack, which is what I bought. And then this one is available only in the Lab Pack, which is the series of 3 visibles and 1 test tube. However, this came in the Mega Lab Pack, and yet here it is, because it's clearly the same one. It's got the black base, it has a golden crown instead of the silver crown, and here it is. And I gotta say, this one's really cool because look, it's got a bubble in there. This is filled with liquid, and there's a bubble in there. Inside, I'm not quite sure. That looks like maybe a snowman and evil eyes outside and a base that's kind of cool. This is a harder plastic version, obviously. And this is a septic snow globe. So it's supposed to be a snow globe, and I'm assuming that's like an evil snowman in there. I wonder if there's... Yeah, look at that. So it's not just filled with liquid. It actually is a snow globe filled with... Oh. All right. Worth it just for this alone. All right. We're going to place him in a special place right here. But now, that's not all we have to remember. We have two special tubes. We have two mystery tubes here as well. The first one, pop the display case off on the top. And, oh yeah, right. Oh, look at that. So here's the stickers we get. And what do you want to know? You know what? I'm not even going to show you these yet. Because I guarantee you, that's a lot of stickers. That's all of the visibles that we got, plus all the invisibles. And I do not want to spoil it. So we're going to take the bag out, place it here. And just for expediency's sake, we're going to take the second tube, pull the cap off, and again, not look at the stickers, because I guarantee you they're the same. And put our display bases over here for now. And take the bag out. And we're going to speed through this next 6 and we'll be done. All right, let's start. Now we're running into a little bit of a room problem. People are going to start falling over and stuff, so just be a little patient. We'll take this guy out, and I like him already because he's blue translucent, one of my favorite things. And what do we have? Well, he definitely has a hat there. Definitely glowy, interesting. Frozen freaks, we have Polar Planet. Tell me why that's Polar Planet. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's a Saturn ring? No, that's a hat. I don't know. Okay, that's just beyond me. Next bag. Oh, very yellow. So this one is going to be, he's corn. He's a unicorn, and he is, under the snack squad, he is mutant corn. And he's clearly a cob of corn, and even the unicorn horn is a cob of corn. And it's kind of strange, you know, whatever. And that's that one. And then the last of this bag, the last bag in this particular tube, we rip this open and find out, oh, he's definitely is that a panther? I think so. Pretty sure under MAGA Misfits we have Lava Tooth. The only difference is this looks like a golden eye. That's orange. I think that's probably correct. Anyway, that's Lava Tooth. And now we have one more test tube, which we've opened up. Now we're going to tear these 3 bags apart, and we're going to open these up, and we'll be done with Mr. Beast Lab. And what we've got here is, pull them out, definitely some purpleness going on. Oh, you know what? That looks like a toaster. That is clearly, there's an electric cord in the back and everything. This is a toaster. Oh, an evil toaster. And in the Shadow Swarmers group, we have Terror Toaster. Clearly. And you know what? I couldn't have thought of a better name for this guy. Terror Toaster is about perfect. Second last bag. Oh, looks like we have a repeat of the Snack Squad Clawberry. You know, of all this is the first dupe. Pretty impressive, actually, when I think about it. So I'm going to put the dupe here in front. Let me just put the dupe somewhere off to the side. Yeah. So that dupe will sit there in shame, like he should. And then we're going to open up the very last bag of the night. This, it's gold. A monkey of some kind? A monkey octopus? I haven't looked at the guide yet, but this is partly gold. Partly black. It's like a conglomerate of a bunch of things we've seen. A monkey on one side, golden teeth, golden head, octopus body, spider on this side maybe? I don't really know. We're going to have to find out. It's going to be interesting. Under Shadow Swarmers, we have Mech Monkey. I gotta say, this one is creepy as heck. And I'll place him down here. Now the last thing we have in the Mega Lab Pack, is 2 more display bases. And they're already connected. Now the great thing about these is you see how these are hexagons. You can connect them any way you like. But the bases are here. So you can place this like so. And then these kind of just snap in or slide in. I think they slide in like so. And so with 5 of them, we can do something cool. We can place it like so. And connect these like a honey. Well, you basically connect, you're making a beehive, aren't you? So let's place it like so, and let's do like right. So yeah, like so. And they do kind of slide in a modular way. And then one more to go here. And that's a little display case. And let's just place it here. Well, guys, it's been an epic adventure with Mr. Beast Lab Swarms. I'm glad I got all 3 series. I was going to cut it up into 3 separate series, but I wanted to kind of just blast through it all. And the one thing I've yet to show is this is the display case with the 5 available cases we got so far, and my 5 favorites that I think I like best. And of course, my favorite's going to change over time, but we have the Beast Panther, we have the gold one, we have this beautiful snow globe, and we have the like game machine, and then the what I think is in my mind at least a manglerfish. One thing I've yet to talk about is this. This is the stickers that came with it, and sure enough, these stickers do display all of the ones that you get in the entire set. So that's these, and then this other one, which was in the other test tube, showed these, which we also got. And what I'm a bit surprised is we didn't get a guide that is an actual book that we could put all these stickers on. And if you start putting stickers on this thing, they're just too small. The stickers would start to overlap each other, but maybe that's the point. I don't know. But anyway, so thanks for watching. It's been a bit of a journey. For Magical Little Worlds, I'm Sean Huckster. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.